Coming to you from Proofpoint Protect 2025, I'm Kristina Ayanian from Nasdaq. And joining me is EVP and GM of Data Security and Governance, MC. MC, thank you so much for joining. Welcome.
See you.
Great to see you too. MC, so tell me about your product vision and the roadmap, especially when it comes to protecting data privacy.
That's a great question, Kristina. If you look at data security as a market overall, it has evolved through generations and phases, 2 decades now at this point. So as a result, you have a lot of vendors delivering a lot of solutions. Cyber, as you know, is very broad and too many vendors until some point. And data security has now inherently got complex. You have solutions for data privacy, you have solutions for data protection, you have solutions for data governance, and now with AI, it's obviously exploding in a meaningful way. So what Proofpoint did was simplify this at its core. We started with data protection, simplify and bring a data protection suite that is integrated, that is human-centric. Wherever the users work, we want to make sure data is protected. And we're now doing the same for entire broader data security ecosystem that includes all these subcomponents. So we're excited about this unification with our platform that works for digital and agentic workspaces now.
It's interesting because employees use Gen AI for their everyday tasks. Enterprises are implementing AI to streamline processes. Does this open up risks when it comes to data security?
No, it's a great question. If you look at Gen AI adoption and AI adoption, as customers or vendors move, and I'm sure it's happening in your organization as well, from digital workspaces with humans like us to agents now and Gen AI apps, the same set of rigorous controls we have had in the past need to be implemented again for the new actors, which is agents and AI apps. So I do think, and it is happening at speed, at scale, the same set of controls being implemented for the new actors in this space. So when it comes to data exfiltration, data exposure, data privacy, threat, all this needs to be implemented, and Proofpoint is leading the way, and we are announcing quite a few solutions at Protect this year to focus on agents and Gen AI adoption.
You really offer that end-to-end solution. Proofpoint is a leader in data security, governance, compliance, e-discovery, archives. How does all of this come together?
It's a great question, especially if you look at the compliance era, the regulated sector to begin with. You have these disparate solutions, one for e-discovery and supervision, and then for another data protection. Mm-hmm. We see them all as part of the same ecosystem. At the end of the day, humans are on communication channels like Slack and Teams that needs to be compliant for regulatory reasons, but humans also move the data. At the same time, we go upload, download, collaborate internally and externally. All that needs to come together, and Proofpoint is bringing that with the unified data security and governance solution to the market.
So speaking of that unification, how can organizations close that gap between security and compliance?
It's a great question. First thing first, which is break the barriers of communication that we have inside organizations where silos get created over time. There is no need for that. Second, look at the use cases that you're trying to solve for. A very common example of a compliance violation is insider trading. Well, insider trading has communication signals that you need to capture for governance, for compliance. Mm-hmm. The same thing happens on the data security side. You're trying to see what users are exhibiting in their behaviors. We need to bring these silos down and combine these things together. And tactically, I would say customers need to start look at use cases and then open up that communication while vendors like us bring those unification and unified solutions to the market.
And here's a fun question. We're living in the age of AI. If AI could support you or could do one thing for you personally, what would it be?
It's a tricky question, candidly. Take my emails and do it all from me because there's so much time still spent on emails and we are on those messaging platforms. If it can simplify the world for me, that would be amazing.
That's amazing. And I'm sure that day will come.
Thank you, Kristina.
MC, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks a lot.